Hi, today I'd like to talk again about some Second World War German stamps. This one is quite interesting. It is an official Gestapo cyanide pill package. So just the package, not the contents, I'm glad to say. This one are all the stamps overprinting for Spitsberg. I believe that is in Norway. They have all of Hitler's heads in all the different values. They have quite a lot of those. Nearly every town seems to have got them. For this one we got overprints Assen in the Netherlands. And these we've got French stamps, Front de l'Est, Ostfront, so it is the Eastern Front, but they're French stamps with German overprints. Here we have got a postcard Auschwitz, concentration camp. Very plain one, pre-stamped. Here we got a perforated, because there are no perforations on the edges of it. An essay, which means it's sort of like a looking at what could be. It's like a pre-stamp, just to see what the stamp could look like if it's printed. So it's a pre-printing stamp. Just have a look and see what it's like. Here we have two generals. Again, these were proposed values for the Grosse Deutsch, the Great German Empire. And these are military overprints of Italian stamps. Here we got German victory propaganda stamp, 1943. The German eagle coming down. Here are two proposed stamps. Often these had extra values like 25 plus 15. 15 was often for a certain charity, like for hospitals or for rebuilding, that sort of thing. So they often have these extra amounts, which was like for contributions to this extra work that had to be done. Again, these the men and the women really like perfect. What they expected the Aryan race to look like. Again, Hitler did not look like an Aryan. And this one is a British propaganda stamp of Italy, showing Mussolini and Hitler in a comical way. This one's of the Saarland. Now, Saar was independent of Germany for a while after the Second World War, and it was taken over by the French because it was very rich in especially coal, so they could use it to rebuild their economy, because France and Britain had their economies completely devastated by war, as always the case with wars. It destroys infrastructure, it destroys industries, and it takes a long time after a war to get back to normality. So the Saarland was occupied by the French after the Second World War for a while. And eventually they had a plebiscite about whether to stay with France or go in with Germany, and eventually they said they'll go in with Germany. But for a while after the Second World War, they were sort of like a independent little statelet. It had been moved about between France and Germany for a lot of times, that area, because they all wanted these resources of coal and stuff. This one's north, as you can see, it's got the swastika and the field post of North Africa, and it's just a picture of them with a cannon. This one again, it's got a soldier printed on it. It's all about patriotism, making them look bold and fearless, while in reality, war is a horrible thing, with people losing their lives, families being completely destroyed. So this is Straubing, if that's how you say it. This one's Waffen SS. Again, you got these sort of look on their faces. They're not scared. They're sort of looking in the horizon. And yet, the reality is horrible wars. So it's and actually inside, it's a field post. Inside, we've got the actual letter. It'd be interesting to have that translated. Somebody's life in the war. Here we've got German occupation of the Czech. These are Czech stamps with these little birdies on it. You can hardly see the birdies underneath. They've been overprinted so much. But it's the old Czech stamp, but with new logos on. This one's again, it's one of these ones where there's the set of Hitler's faces on the normal stamps. With Telscher. If that is how you say it. Sometimes it's very difficult to, especially when they use the Gothic font in German. It's very difficult to read sometimes. Now these are some of the Allied ones of 1945, and they're issued, so it's 16 plus 84. So it's for rebuilding fund. Then above them we have pictures of Hitler. These were trial sets. And it shows Hitler saying that he is the descendant, as it were, in a political way, from, first of all, you got Peter the Great, who founded really Prussia. He started the Prussian Empire in 1700s. Then you had Bismarck, who unified the German Empire, because Germany before that was a mixture of small little statelets. And in 1870, after the war with France, the whole of Germany was reunified. And then we have Hitler. So he's saying he's carrying on the work of these people. And you have them in the different denominations. This one's a letter from the Ukraine. Field post, German occupation. And this one is going to someone in Ohio. There you have the German stamp on there. Back to Ohio, that's just strange, isn't it? And these are, again, a set of all the stamps with the Sark. So that was the Channel Islands of the British, which is just off the French coast that was occupied by Germany in the Second World War. So there was part of the United Kingdom. Well, I'm not sure if the United Kingdom includes the Channel Islands, because I think the Channel Islands are something owned by the Queen or the monarchy rather than the part of Britain. But they were just some islands. You've got Sark, you've got Alderney, you've got Guernsey, you've got Jersey, which were off the French coast, and they were occupied by the Germans in the Second World War. So you've got these stamps with the swastika and Sark name overprinted. I hope you found this of interest. Please subscribe so more people can see this information, and it motivates me to actually start getting a bit more professional in this. I'd like to get some more knowledge of how to produce these so they look a bit better for you. And give it a like, always helps. Thank you very much, and I'll come back to you soon with some more stamps. Thank you. Bye.